Hello and welcome to my review of Pious Vorne. She's a missionary zealot found in the Blackstone Fortress board game, which is a game for between 1 and 5 players. It costs you £95 and at the moment is the only way of getting this awesome looking model. I don't know about you, but it's a bit hot in here. I don't know what could be causing it, but I just feel a bit hot. Speaking of which, let's have a little look at Pious Vorne. What's better than a chainsword or a chainsaw? Well, just strapping a flamethrower to it, Sigourney Weaver style. Clearly, that is the answer. She's got some kind of amazing headdress going on and a rebreather. You'd need to, you don't want to be breathing in all this smoke all the time, both from the exhaust gases of the chainsaw and the flamethrower. You're asking for trouble when you combine both of those gases. She's got a lot of detail to her. I really like the look of her. I can't wait to see the flame effects for the Sisters of Battle, if this is anything to go by. She's got some kind of incense thing. She's probably not going to be able to smell it with that mask on though. And she's got some Promethean tanks. I don't know whether that's enough, but it's this 41st millennium. I'm sure it is. Maybe this candle here, this torch, is not an effective use of her battle fuel. Her ammunition, but who am I to judge? She's the one holding a chainsaw and flamethrower combination weapon. Lovely looking model, really captures grimdark. Well, it's not going to be dark wherever she goes, but let's do some size comparisons. So Space Marine, unfortunately, Space Marine will crush you. Maybe his power armor will survive the flames, but not the chainsaw. Then the Intercessor dwarfs you again, and then the Chaos Lord. We've got a right party going on right there. So that's a size comparison. Hope that helps. She is a humanoid character, but she's quite small compared to the other models, especially the Eldar Ranger and even Locarno. They're quite tall for kind of human-sized characters. So what I'll do now is just go through all the rules. You can choose to play with hot stuff right here in your games of Warhammer 40,000 8th edition. She's an elite choice, and she will cost you a power points cost of a 2. Or a points cost of 25 points. What? Was that a misprint? 25 points? That's only 5 points more than that Kroot guy. Not Groot, Kroot. Anyway, what does her stat line look like for such a handful of points? Movement is 6 inches, weapon skill 3+, not too bad. She can handle herself. Ballistic skill 4+, although strength, toughness and wounds are 3. Nice to have 3 wounds though. 3 attacks, leadership 7, and a save of, it's a new save coming up. Ready? It's a 7+. How can you get 7+ on a dice, on a d6? I'll never know. Pious Vorne is a single model armed with Vindicator. Ooh, we're calling our weapons names now, are we? Only one of this model can be included in your army. So Vindicator, her unique special weapon. It's got 2 profiles, shooting and melee. For shooting, it's a range of 8 inches, assault d6, strength 5, AP -1 and a damage 1. It automatically hits its target. That's awesome. You've got d6, strength 5, AP -1, wounds going in because it automatically hits. So long as you're within that 8-inch range. If the target is a chaos unit, roll 2d6 to determine the number of attacks made with this weapon and discard the lowest result. Say what? 2d6, so you can have 12 attacks at strength 5. That's awesome. Just wreathing a chaos squad with this holy fire. That's not all. It does have a melee stat line too, whereby its strength is +1 to the user, AP -1 and damage 1. Oh, that's not as good as I was hoping for. So strength only bumps it up to strength 4 and AP is -1, damage 1. Would have been cool if they had a 3rd weapon profile. You creative kids at Games Workshop, you could have had a melee shooting attack whereby she can cut through power armor enemies with ease due to the softening up of metal encased enemies and the slicing with the chainsaw. I thought you guys would have created something cool like that. Abilities, Zealot. You can reroll failed hit rolls for Pious Vorne in a turn in which she made a charge move. Performed a heroic intervention or was charged by an enemy unit. That's pretty cool. just like Thaddeus then. Maniacal fervor. Both of those words are quite hard to pronounce anyway. Roll a d6 each time this model loses a wound. On a 5+, the wound is not lost. Hey, she has disgustingly resilient. Who would have thought that? That's brilliant. So she's only got 3 wounds anyway, but it's nice that you, on a 5+, you can ignore it. I don't know how or why that happens, because her save is 7+ anyway. Space magic. Faction keywords: Imperium, Adeptus Ministorum, Character, Infantry, Missionary Zealot, and Pious Vorne. So there you go, that's all of her rules. I think she's such a cool looking model. I can't wait for Sisters of Battle. I'm going to throw her into the Sisters of Battle. She can join the Sisters on their righteous missions to cleanse the galaxy of the enemies of the Emperor. What do you guys think of the model and the rules? She's clearly not as fiery as you might think, but I do like that extra rule about chaos enemies. Put your comments down below as always. Thank you ever so much for joining me today. Thank you for watching. The Emperor protects.